got 5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results. You remember?
How's it going? What's that in my pocket? Oh, sorry. I get distracted very easily at the start of these. Pod a day, Dr. Way. One of these. I'm not. That's not. That isn't a fact. Although that I can't be held legally liable. Is that the right phrase to that? This is a comb. That these will prevent any kind of illness or whatever. But in theory, a pod a day will keep the doctor away. So it's kind of crazy, that phrase in general, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, because it's not even anywhere near true. Like, I guess generally speaking, you'll be healthier if you have one of your 5 a day. Well, the thing is, they say 5 a day, right? You must have 5 pieces of fruit a day, which is kind of crazy. I guess juice counts, because on the site it says one counts as one of your 5 a day. But like, so over the course of a day, every single day, because I've noticed this, things that you're meant to live your life by, what's technically healthy, right, is very difficult. Like the average male or female, adult, I don't think you can get cancelled for saying that men are meant to drink more water than women. I don't think that's, but I don't know how to say it. But anyway, the average male is meant to drink like 3 litres or maybe 3.5 litres. Even 3 is a lot of water a day. Water. It's like, how? Though, because like I have bad skin, okay, and water is good for you, generally speaking. It's not, well, at least it's not bad for you, I'm not, but naturally when you drink, like for example, if I drink a fizzy drink, I'll get like a lot of spots. I get a lot of spots on my cheeks, up here, eyes up here, and my nose. Oh my god, you're so lucky that you're over there. If you could see me in full detail, you would, my nose, like, this is recently as well, I like, just so susceptible, and I would say there's generally like just multiple spots growing over it all the time, like a witch, all through the year, but when it comes to, like, I get these volcanic ones that, like, burst out. And it's like, they're kind of painful. And I can feel them brewing underneath. I actually controlled the last one pretty well. So I used some ice on it before it, got to its, maximum 400 power. I've never watched that anime. But yeah, and it kind of worked. But, like, it would look like I've been punched in the nose. Like, these huge ones I get. And they... Like, if you pop a spot, pus will come out usually. If I popped this, which sometimes the time before, last time I left it, I thought, let's just try and leave it and see if it goes down. It was there for like 2 weeks. It didn't. I had to just try and pop it. And it's like, it's a whole thing. You will cry. Not because it's just like, on impact, your eyes will water, type thing. And pus and blood. And then just oozing blood. This is disgusting. I should have done a trigger warning. Yeah. And then it's like a scab. You woke up, just sort of blood on your, on the pillow. It's like, whoa, it's from my face. Yeah. Why am I talking about this? Spots. Oh, water. So I've been trying to drink more water, right? And what I do is I got a 1.5 litre of Volvic. I drink tap water. I think it's perfectly acceptable. Okay. And I got one in the freezer overnight. I got another 1.5 that I drink. Because I only like drinking water when it's very cold. So I just rotate that. And that way I've been basically getting 1.5 litres into me a day. Is there any window there? No. Right, 1.5 into me. Well, when I say it like that, 1.5 litres into me a day, right? And it's like, it's like doing, it's better than what I was, genuinely, before that, I would say I was getting 250 millilitres into me. No, I wasn't. I wasn't drinking water, basically. And I was getting like 300 milliliters of liquid in general into me, because I'm just never, like, I was at a point where I needed to, like, remind myself to do it. Like, it wasn't something I was leaning towards. I know a lot of people are just constantly back in the water, like their body's constantly telling them to drink. Man doesn't do that. I don't know how I haven't accidentally died yet from hunger or starvation. I'm a skinny guy. It's hard to keep myself alive. So, the water, yeah, 1.5. To say double that, if I drank 3 litres of water a day, I would double in weight just off of water alone. Like, I'm a skinny guy, so that's crazy. One of your 5 a day. So, like, obviously you're gonna have to eat 5 apples, but what, like an apple, a banana, maybe 2 cups of juice, and then like a peach, but every single day. Like, you know how tricky it is, or sorry, maybe expensive it is to be healthy, because that's going through a lot of fruit. Like when you buy a bag of apples, there's like 6 in a bag anyway, so you're through that in a day. And I was in the shop the other day because I've been buying like more shops for myself. That's sounded weird. As in, like, I've started doing my own food shopping occasionally, and I was like, I bought some grapes the other day and like whatever, but like fruit's kind of expensive, and this is why I guess like people buy Dino Nuggets or whatever, like oven chips and chicken nuggets and stuff when you're like not rich, because it's just cheaper and easier to do. But like when people said that, I always assumed they just meant like to buy like like make to culminate a healthy meal. Is that the right word? Like, is it expensive? But even just on a lower scale, like in general, like fruit kind of expensive, and especially if they're expecting you to eat all of it in a day, it's like that's kind of crazy. But to live by like 5 bits of fruit a day, they want you then drinking 3 liters of water. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. And then you got to have your pod a day, which, well done if you're listening to this. You've done that. You're living healthy, you're living right. Dankeschön. But that's just fucking wild, man. It's just fucking insane. And it's like, this is what I say. Like, if we had, like, overlord higher being powers, like, they were huge men in the sky and we were like pets to them, that's how we'd be treated. Like, the only way we would eat, we would literally only be fed like fruit and wheat grain, right? And we'd be let out to graze for like an hour a day, and then they would give us 3 liters of water in a bowl, and that's all they'd give us, because that's technically how a healthy person should live, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because when I explain to people, and I don't advise people, I just explain that I've had a pet dog, for 12, 13 years. That dog, I don't feed the dog chocolate, but the dog has eaten chocolate on numerous occasions, as well as chicken bones, as well as a bunch of other shit the dog probably shouldn't technically eat. And people look at me like I'm a bad owner. And look, listen, the dog's still going strong, barely had any health issues. The health issues have never been like dietary related. It's more been ear infection type shit, which now someone's going to probably tell me that's actually can be diet related. But like, my point is sometimes I hear people like, oh my god, I had to take my dog to the hospital, it ate chocolate, it had to get its stomach pumped. And maybe it's worse for some breeds than others, but like, my dog eats chocolate or something and doesn't even vomit afterwards, or like shit, and I would know if it was shit was runny because I clean that, you know. So it's like, you know what I mean? I feel like we treat our dogs like they're astronauts. We give them like the high nutrients little astronaut packets of food with like the exact calories and like nutrients and vitamins they need, and anything outside of that isn't advised in high volumes. Same way for humans, you shouldn't have alcohol or chocolate or caffeine in high volumes, but we all know we'll give ourselves a little bit here and there as a little treat. You know, maybe it takes a couple months of our lifespan, maybe a couple years, but you know what, it's quality of life, not quantity. But with dogs, it's like, no, they got to eat the dog food and the high nutrient snacks and water only. But it's like, my dog's had this and that, and it's fine. You know, it's fine. Look, I'm not saying get chocolate cake for dinner every day, but like, it's never even shown signs of being ill from getting chocolate. I know dogs apparently are meant to eat grapes. The dog doesn't even try and eat grapes. You know, so I feel like they know. This was a 10-minute intro basically, because none of this was written down for things I was meant to talk about. I just said pod a day, and then went. I then just went. What I'm actually meant to go about, what this video is actually probably titled, is you want to know a place that ain't looking too healthy right now? Paris, you know. I wasn't in Paris. I was in Marseille this year, working out there. And, you know, Paris is, you know, Marseille's like the place where it's like, it's the dirtier, lower sort of income area. And Paris is like what we're seeing as a higher, you know, snootier place. But they got a bit of a bed bug problem right now. We could call it a crisis. You could call it an infestation. You could call it a pandemic, epidemic, one of the two. You pick. A lot of bed bugs. Public transport. Bed bugs are not to be fucked with. I don't know why people go around adding them to sort of bedtime, fairy tale, nursery rhymes. Don't let the bed bugs bite. That's extremely. You might as well say good night. Don't let a murderer come in here and slit your throat. Night night. Have a good sleep. You know, if you've ever had to deal with bed bugs, they will fuck you up. If you ever had to deal with fleas, it's not good. I don't mean on you, by the way. I don't mean like you having fleas or bed bugs or whatever. But like I've never had lice. I don't know anyone who's had lice. But like so to me lice are like lice. I can imagine if you grew up and you had lice, or you knew people who had lice, you don't fuck with lice. You don't chat shit about lice. You don't underestimate lice, right? Don't let the lice bite. Whoa, not cool, man. You know, someone tweeted out after they was recording videos like bed bugs all over the trains and that, and they tweeted, right. I didn't write it down, but they tweeted, you do realize bed bugs are maybe a little bit dirty and maybe slightly irritating or disgusting, but they're completely harmless. As if to say, guys, leave the bed bugs alone. They're just living on this planet like us, right? They don't cause any harm. And if you mean don't cause any harm in the sense that no, they won't kill you, yeah, sure. Then most things that are plagues to our life don't cause harm. But like, why are bed bugs getting the XL bully breed treatment? If you don't know XL bully breeds, a dog breed, you know, in the UK now banned, like a lot of other dogs, and you get 80% of people fine with that. Sure, they're banned because they're like they're pretty aggressive. Oh, you can't say that. It's the owners that are aggressive you treat. They're just lovely animals. Okay, but even still, naturally they're probably slightly more aggressive than like a sausage dog, you know. I'm sure the owners on top of that make it worse. They're usually owned by like gangs and shit, so naturally they've been banned because they don't want gangs having like fat off fucking dogs built genuinely like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, right? But obviously, naturally, animal lovers. I like animals, but you know, real big people who like dogs more than humans, and genuinely say like dogs are better than humans. Dogs won't cheat on me. You know, dogs won't start nuclear wars. My dog wouldn't gaslight me. My dog wouldn't run off with the kids. You know, my dog would never do that. You know, people like that, right? And naturally, obviously, like it's not the dog's fault. It's the owner's fault. Free these beautiful creatures, type thing, right? But like, even though I'm indifferent to it because I've never had that dog breed and I barely ever see it, to be honest, like I still get it. To like, they're dogs. Dogs are like generally cute to an, you know, pretty much all breeds, and like I get it. People are still gonna be outraged if you're banning a dog breed or whatever, and if dogs are getting put down, who people own them and shit. But like, why do we have bed bug defenders? Why have bed bugs got their own attorneys speaking out for them on Twitter? Like, they're actually harmed. They actually don't do anything. Like, fuck off, right? Okay, let me let off 5 into your house within 24 hours. Your whole house is taken down, right? And then tell me they're only mildly irritating and dirty. You know, it's you know, as they said, no one is safe. A statement by the Parisian authorities, government, health people. No one is safe. It is not good. Okay. It's a dirty city, man. Rats and now bed bugs. It ain't a good look. And yeah, it's one of those things that I've never dealt with a lot of things, but well, for example, what are those creatures they get in America that like infest your home and they eat the wood? Them little bugs. You know, oh, they're probably harmless. Yeah, and then you get 4 in your house and they multiply and then they're fucking taken downstairs and shit. Like, you know, you don't want bed bugs. You do not want lice. You do not want fleas. You don't want these little pests that are impossible to kill fucking your shit up. Don't go, you know, and as easy to pick up as just commuting to work. You know? It's like, imagine if like just on your commute to work, it was very easy for rats, without your knowing, 5 rats to somehow cling onto your body and you wouldn't know it, and then in your house, and then within 24 hours you've got 70 rats in your house. Imagine it was that easy, because rats are the type of thing where it's like, okay, block up the holes, you maybe occasionally get a mouse run through and you kind of get rid of it. This ain't like that. You know, they're literally tiny creatures that you would just about see on like the end of your finger. We don't need to be feeling sorry for them, you know? Like, what? Like, there can be a defender for everyone and everything. It's insane. They're bed bugs. Fuck them. Fuck them, you know? Like, what the hell? But yeah, pretty weird. I kind of want to go Paris as well, because it gets a lot of stick, you know? And this is kind of why. Dirty. People are rude. Those two things mainly. But I don't know, I kind of like the vibe. But, you know, fuck around and find out. Maybe I shouldn't, no. But yeah, this was 252, I think, of pod a day. I'll see you in 253.
With the kids, and I have like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,